It's the trade war that shows no sign of being resolved anytime soon. The two biggest economies, China and the United States, in a tit-for-tat battle over increasing tariffs. China has announced it's raising levies on US goods to 125% after Washington imposed tariffs of 145% this week. Beijing says it does not intend for the tax, saying it would be meaningless to engage in further escalation. Donald Trump insists his plan for the country's economy is working and doing really well, comments echoed by the White House this morning.
The tariff rate on China remains where it was yesterday, at the 145% level. The president made it very clear when the United States is punched, he will punch back harder. And he hopes to make a deal that benefits the American worker and our companies that have been ripped off for far too long. And he's finally taking bold and courageous action to do that. You know, taking on China is, in the terms of trade and tariffs, is something that both Democrats and Republicans alike have spoken about for decades. President Trump is finally doing it.
As the global trade war between the two nations escalates, Washington is adamant a deal can be done. Here's Mark Stone.
Well, it felt to me like it was a hold the line type news conference. There was nothing particularly new in it, no major announcements, and it was actually quite short compared to some of her other news conferences, press briefings that she has given. I think for me, the most interesting stuff, of course, given the week that we have just had with the markets, with the tariffs, with the global economy, was her stuff on that. Trust in President Trump, she said. Trust that he knows what he is doing. She was asked about America's reputation. She was asked about the extent to which, yes, the stock markets globally reacted terribly, falling massively when those tariffs were issued. Rallying again, but falling again over the course of today. She was asked too about the bond markets, and it was interesting that she said that Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, is keeping a very close eye on the bond markets. Of course, we have seen much analysis done around the world, actually, by economic experts saying it was the bond markets and the sell-off there of American bonds globally, which spooked Donald Trump. And it was a meeting that Scott Bessent had with Donald Trump last Sunday at Mar-a-Lago, which was the beginning of a process which saw him blink midweek and put that pause of 90 days. Interesting too that she said 15 offers are on the table, that countries we've heard are well, as Trump put it, kissing his backside in order to try and get deals with the United States. She said that 15 offers were on the table, 15 countries, we would assume. And there is this report going around that we're weeks away from the first country signing a deal with Donald Trump. She wouldn't be drawn on which that country is.